Fuck. Oh hey there, didn't see ya. Today's video is sponsored by Super Chill. Just kidding, no it isn't, no one wants to fucking sponsor me. That there's like shit! So anyway, I guess I'll get to what this video's about. And yes, I know I look like a 13-year-old boy right now, I just shaved my face because I looked like a pedophile. On with the story. So if you guys keep up with my videos at all, you may know that about a year ago, I was kicked out of my family's house, and I essentially had a very short period of time to find a place to live. I essentially got into a fight with one of my family members who I lived with. They kicked me out, and I had to find somewhere to settle that night, and I didn't really have any family help or assistance or anything like that. I just had my bags, and I left my house, and I had nowhere to go. So I browsed some Craigslist listings, and I eventually found a place that was accepting anybody that night, as long as you could pay rent a month after, and the rent was about $500. So I bust my ass over there, and I meet these roommates, and they welcome me into their house. It was more like a piece of shit with a kitchen in it. So there were about 4 people that lived here. There was a lesbian couple, I don't remember their names, I'm not gonna say their names obviously. And then there was this straight couple, a really tall dude, and this little gross, like skanky girl always was talking about fucking and like dyeing her hair some retarded shade of blonde. Now, problems presented themselves pretty quickly as soon as I moved in here. To the point where I had to drink a lot of Black Velvet whiskey because I couldn't fucking stand these people. For one, they were always having sex. It doesn't matter what time of day it was. It could be 3 in the morning and I could be trying to sleep for work the next morning. And my roommates, literally a thin wall over, like an inch of thin wall over, would be fucking, like anally. Like it seems like they're fucking making a porno over there. It was truly the worst. Sometimes I'd come home at like 7 p.m. and the lesbians would be fucking in their room with the door open, and my other roommates would also be fucking in their room with the door halfway closed, so I guess they were at least a little more considerate. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, these roommates were obnoxious. I could never have a peaceful day at work because every time I tried, literally every time, they would Snapchat me with some drama bullshit that apparently happened at the house. Oh, you didn't do the dishes. Oh, you didn't clean the trash. Oh, you didn't do this and that and that. It's like, I'm a fucking adult. Shut up. Even when I did the things they asked me to do, they would come up with reasons to be angry and try to catch you in really dumb white lies that don't matter at all, just so they could start stuff. But, you know, it was cheap rent, and they were nice to me and letting me stay there, so I wasn't gonna fight them about it. I was like, whatever, I'll just deal with it, get a place in like a year. However, that is not what happened. See, the man who lived here, the straight man with the gross, skanky girlfriend I mentioned, was a real pain in my dick. For one, he was really, really aggressive. Like, we got into a very, very minor argument once, like super minor, and he made me at like 10 o'clock p.m., very aggressively, get into his car with him, which was filled with cigarette ash. It was so gross. He made me sit in the back seat, and he really angrily lectured me for like 40 minutes driving down the road, and I wasn't allowed to say anything. It was kind of scary. I kind of thought I was gonna die that night. Seriously, this guy was a grade A asshole. He'd go to like extremes in every argument. Like, you could be having the mildest argument like fucking ever, and he will turn it into like a death struggle. He was just a cunt. I didn't like him. He bragged about having a gun. He bragged about being shot in his life. He was just a bad seed. And one night in particular really ticked me off, to the point where I felt the need to pull a little prank. So one night, we're all 4 coming home, all of us roommates are coming home from the liquor store. We just picked up a bunch of whiskey because it was the cheapest thing we could get. The man who was driving, who I was just talking about, was like, you know, this is a nice, quiet, peaceful moment in the car together. Why don't I blast at the loudest volume some Hobson? So I had to listen to, like, Ill Mind of Hobson 7, which is just awful, for like 30 minutes until we finally fucking got home. As we're coming into the parking lot, the dude hits someone's car, very mildly, just on the back, scrapes it, and he laughs about it. He's like, oh, if anyone comes and tries to fight me about that, I got 4 witnesses. We'll just tell police that they hit me and I don't know what happened. So that struck me as just like, ugh, you're an icky person. But that night, I was in the house, I was doing my shit in my room, I think I was cleaning or something, and I go out into the hallway, and I see the man, we'll just call him L, okay? That's his fucking name. It's not his name, but that's all he deserves, is just an L. I see him in the hallway, and he's about to walk into his girlfriend's room, and there's this house cat that approached him. Now, I don't remember what the house cat's name was, but the lesbians owned this house cat. It was really cute. I loved it. I gave it attention all the time. And it just kind of walked over to Elle, and it was just like, meow. And Elle responds by saying, fuck off, and he kicks it in the face. I don't know why I punched. He kicks it in the face. Hard. And it goes, meow, and it falls over, and it's all fucking sad, and it runs away injured, and he's like, huh, and he goes into his room, and he fucks his girlfriend. Now, I'm seeing fucking fire in my eyes, because you don't hurt animals. Like, if you hurt a cat or a dog in front of me, I'm gonna prank you. Like, I'm gonna put some X-Lax in your water, I'm gonna do some shit to you. So knowing what I knew about Elle, I decided I was gonna prank him the next day. So around 5 o'clock p.m., I was in my house, or apartment, whatever the fuck, drinking whiskey by myself, just chilling out. I was having a pretty good time. Elle was still at work. He was probably gonna come home in like 40 minutes, so I was like, I have an idea. So I created this Instagram profile. I don't remember what her name was, but I think it was like Jane Mraz. I don't know. I thought of Jason Mraz, and I was like, oh, Jane Mraz. I typed in big titted girl into Google, and I took the first image I found and put it as the profile picture, and then I followed Elle on Instagram, and within 2 minutes, like literally, he fucking messaged me. Jane Mraz. He was like, yo, what's up, baby? And I was like, not much, just hanging out with my tits out or something, I don't remember. And he was like, yo, you wanna come over? My girlfriend won't even know, we can go in the bathroom. And I was like, that sounds good, but I'm kind of in Washington. I lived in Oregon at the time. He's like, Washington? That's so far away. Do you have gas money? And I was like, I don't have gas money, but I have this. And I sent him a picture of a woman's vagina, like just a picture like that. Like a spread leg picture that I just found on Google. And he was like, oh, I'm on my way. Now, I don't actually know if he went to Washington or not, but he normally comes home at about 5 p.m. He didn't come home until like 10 p.m. He was furious. He fucking walked into his room with his girlfriend, slammed the door, and screamed, I'm so fucking sick of this! Now, I didn't know if he was referring to me or not, and I knew he had a gun, so I actually took a butcher's knife in with me into my room. I don't know what I thought that was gonna do. I was just trying to protect myself, because I was pretty scared of this guy and what he was gonna do. He then, with his girlfriend, left the house for the night to do, some family visiting, as they said. I later found out from the lesbians, that's their name, the lesbians, that he was actually talking about coming into my room that night and beating my face in, like, really hard, which is a pretty serious crime. I mean, you can go to prison for years for that. So I was like, damn, I kinda got away with that. That's awesome. Now, I only lived there for another week. I was secretly packing and preparing a U-Haul to bust my ass out of there because I was just done with their shit. They were too toxic. And it was just a very toxic week. I mean, I spent the whole week just kind of getting high and drinking whiskey in my room, avoiding them because I was scared of what they were going to do. And one night, we got into a huge argument, and I left the house that night with my family members. They helped me move. Legend has it that the lesbians are still there to this day, watching Elle kick their cat in the jaw over and over again. Just kidding, I'm pretty sure that Elle is either homeless or in jail or I don't know, he's not a good person. I'm pretty sure him and his girlfriend broke up, and the two lesbians are almost definitely broken up because the one lesbian was cheating on the other lesbian with like 5 other lesbians. There's so many lesbians. Anyway, that's all for this video. See ya.